The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of January 6, 2025 are here. Next week, fans can expect Nick Newman to find a clue. Meanwhile, Jordan completely derails Phyllis Summer's life. Plus, Nate Hastings deals with a shocker. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up next week in the CBS soap opera. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Ian Ward's bombshell. Lee and R spoilers for the week of January 6 reveal that Nick will find out that Ian Ward is telling the truth about being legitimately released from prison. Since Ian can't be proven to have drugged Tessa Porter and will be playing the hero, the police won't be able to do anything. However, Nick will wonder if Ian is connected to Sharon Newman's ordeal. I and R spoilers, Sharon Newman kidnapped. With Jordan kidnapping Sharon, Nick will find a clue. That clue could be Sharon's phone, SUV, or maybe the car keys. When Jordan grabbed Sharon, she had locked the car but still had the keys in her hand. Once chloroformed, Sharon might drop her keys or something else, which could give Nick a clue. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Phyllis Summer's targeted. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that it seems Jordan and Ian will target Phyllis next. It seems that when Sharon goes missing and can't be found, the police might interrogate Phyllis. Remember, Phyllis told anyone who would listen that if Sharon got off, she would handle her. It was clearly a death threat, and now Sharon's disappearance could land Phyllis in prison, especially if Ian and Jordan plan evidence. Y and R spoilers, week of January 6, 2024. Next week, fans will also see Mariah Copeland struggle with her past. Seeing Ian again and having him save Tessa will bring up some haunting memories. Victor Newman will also be on full alert. It could also remind Victor of why he was so furious with Michael Baldwin and Cole Howard. Jordan always finds a way to escape, but Victor might claim it only happened because of Michael and Cole's interference. There will also be Nate's search for his half-brother. As Nate continues searching for Damien, Audra Charles' past could come back to haunt her. It seems Audra might still have a few secrets. Will these secrets ruin Audra's romance with Nate? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of January 6, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, January 2 indicate the proverbial poop will hit the fan in Genoa City. Next on The Young and the Restless, a villainess pivots her plan, while a character steps into a living nightmare, and someone makes a shocking discovery. What kind of drama is set to unravel on Thursday? Time to dive right in. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Jordan Howard decides to pivot. E and R spoilers for Thursday, January 2 indicate that Jordan will target a new victim. Is this about her attacking Sharon Newman from behind during Monday's show, or something else? Could Jordan have locked Sharon away and ready to strike against a new unsuspecting victim? Fans will have to tune in to find out. I and R spoilers, Mariah Copeland's living nightmare. Speaking of Y and R spoilers for Thursday, January 2 imply that Mariah Copeland will be living a nightmare when she sees Ian Ward with her wife, Tessa Porter. Of course, fans got a glimpse of this during Monday's show. However, Maria's full feelings over what she sees will explode during Thursday's episode. Not only is Tessa clearly struggling with something, but the fact that Ian is holding her will trigger several emotions for Mariah. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Nick Newman's shocking discovery. Y and R spoilers for Thursday, January 2 tease that Nick Newman will make a shocking discovery. It sounds like Nick will realize that Sharon Newman is not at society, but then again, there's always the possibility that he stumbles upon the Mariah/Ian/Tessa scene and is completely caught off guard. Then again, could he come upon a beat-up or passed-out Sharon? This would stun poor Nick to his core, as he's been doing everything he can to protect his ex-wife and baby mama. Either way, Nick will be surprised at what's before him, so it'll be interesting to see what he comes across. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, January 2, 2025 are here. Maria Copeland faces her horrifying past. Next on The Young and the Restless, Jordan drags Sharon Newman away. Meanwhile, Nick Newman realizes that Sharon has gone missing. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Ian Ward's bold move. My and our spoilers for Thursday, January 2 reveal that fans will find out what happens as Mariah faces Ian Ward. This is a complicated and confusing situation for Mariah. For one thing, Mariah probably thought Ian was still in prison. Now Ian has been released, although the victims were never notified. Ian drugged Tessa Porter, then was there pretending to save her outside of society. My and our spoilers, Mariah Copeland's horror. When Maria went to society to meet her loved ones for New Year's Eve, she was stunned to see Tessa sitting outside. Tessa wasn't well and was leaning against Ian, who held an inhaler to her mouth. For one thing, Maria will be petrified. Maria will not only have to approach Ian carefully since Tessa is there, but she will also grapple with her past. Jordan's new victim. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, January 2 reveal that while Ian is playing hero to Tessa, Jordan strikes. Jordan puts chloroform on a rag and covers Sharon's mouth as she exits her car. The keys were in Sharon's hand after she locked the car, so it's possible that Sharon's keys will fall to the ground as Jordan whisks her new victim away. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Thursday, January 2, 2025. On Thursday, January 2, fans can expect Nick to make a shocking discovery. This discovery is likely that Sharon has vanished. When Nick finds the SUV and car keys, but no Sharon, he will know she's in grave danger. Will anyone else, including the police, take Nick seriously though? I could also see Phyllis Summers ranting about how Sharon is on the run. Maybe that's exactly what Ian and Jordan want people to think. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Thursday, January 2, 2025? What are your predictions for Sharon, Phyllis, Jordan, and Ian? What does the future hold for Nick, Mariah, Tessa, Faith Newman, Victor Newman, Jack Abbott, and the other characters? A web of secrets and confrontations unraveled in the world of Genoa City. Trust was a fragile thread, and secrets lurked behind every warm smile. Billy and Sally, a crossroads. For Billy Abbott, the unease he felt with Sally Spectra had become too heavy to ignore. Her coldness wasn't just a passing mood, it was a shield. Billy knew something was amiss, and wasn't one to let matters fester. He needed answers, and he needed them now. Billy decided to confront Sally directly, arranging to meet her at a quiet cafe away from prying eyes. His demeanor was calm but resolute, his piercing gaze searching for the truth behind Sally's distant behavior. "Sally," he began, his voice steady but firm, "I can't keep pretending everything's fine. I felt you pulling away, and I need to know what's really going on. If there's still love here, let's fight for it. But if you're done, if this is just a game to you, let's end it now. I won't be lied to." Sally hesitated, her fingers nervously playing with the edge of her coffee cup. The weight of her own guilt and unresolved feelings for Adam Newman lingered in the air. Her silence spoke volumes, and Billy's heart sank. "Billy," she finally said, her voice trembling, "I don't want to hurt you, but I don't know what I feel anymore." Her admission stung, but Billy respected her honesty. He nodded, his expression a mix of sadness and acceptance. "Then figure it out, Sally. But until you do, I can't keep pretending we're okay." Chelsea's warning. Meanwhile, Chelsea Lawson, ever a schemer, decided to intervene. She sought out Billy, catching him as he left the cafe. "Billy," she called out, her voice tinged with urgency. "I need to talk to you about Sally and Adam." Billy's eyes narrowed. "Chelsea, what is this about?" Chelsea glanced around, ensuring they were alone. "Look, I know you care about Sally, but you need to know the truth. She's playing games, Billy. She's done it before. Adam and I were both her pawns at one point. She'll use you just like she used us." Billy frowned, the weight of Chelsea's words settling in his chest. "Why tell me this? What do you get out of it?" Chelsea's expression softened. "Because I don't want you to go through what I did. Consider this a warning. Don't trust her too much. Treat it as a fling, nothing more." Phyllis's revelation, an unseen enemy. Elsewhere, Phyllis Summers had her own demons to confront. She began to sense that her long-standing animosity with Sharon Newman wasn't entirely natural. A pattern of anonymous tips, strange coincidences, and incriminating evidence seemed to appear at the worst possible moments for both her and Sharon. Phyllis couldn't shake the feeling that someone was deliberately orchestrating their downfall. Determined to uncover the truth, she approached Sharon with an uneasy truce. "Sharon," she began, her tone uncharacteristically cooperative. "We've been at each other's throats for years. But I think someone's been manipulating us. I don't know who or why, but I'm going to find out." Sharon, initially skeptical, saw the earnestness in Phyllis's eyes. "If you're right," she replied cautiously, "then we're both victims. But how do we figure out who's behind this?" The shadow of Jorda. Phyllis's investigation led her to an enigmatic figure, Jorda. Known for his mastery of manipulation, whispers of his involvement in Genoa City's chaos began to surface. Phyllis's probing didn't go unnoticed. Jorda, aware of her efforts, decided to confront her directly. Late one evening in a dimly lit bar, Phyllis approached him with steely resolve. "So you're the one pulling the strings," she said, her voice laced with defiance. Jorda smirked, leaning back in his chair. "I prefer to think of it as guiding the narrative. You and Sharon make such compelling protagonists, after all." Phyllis's eyes narrowed. "Whatever game you're playing, it ends now. I won't let you ruin any more lives." Jorda leaned forward, his smile fading. "You underestimate me, Phyllis. This isn't a game, it's a masterpiece. And you're just one piece on the board." Fans of The Young and the Restless were only too tickled when Melissa Ordway's handsome real-life husband Justin Gaston filled in as Chance when the Giles grandson embarked on his ill-fated marriage to Abby. But that collision of arc and life needn't be the end of the couple's on-screen collaboration. It would be so fun to have him come back on as a new character, OrdwayTellsSoaps.com. There are even a bunch of legacy characters that Gaston could play, from Laurie Prentice, Never Soare's son Brooks, to a re-recast Noah Newman to Victor Newman's nephew. Originally, I wanted Justin to come on as a new love interest for Abby, Ordway recalls, but now she's with Devin, and I love that relationship so much that she'd be the last person to advocate for a breakup. So, Ordway concludes, I might have to let him be for someone else. Considering how often couples get together and fall apart in Genoa City, there would be no shortage of potential romantic interests for Gaston, who originated the role of Ben on Days of Our Lives. Would you like to see him return to Young and Restless on a more permanent basis? And if so, with whom would you be most curious about seeing him paired? On Young and Restless, Brittany Sarpy and Britton James are a couple in real life, so they should have no problem taping their scenes. Likewise, Sharon Case and Mark Grossman are dating, which could lead to a Sharon and Adam Newman reunion. It's possible that Melissa Ordway's husband, Justin Gaston, could be called to step in. Currently, Abby's character is seeing Philip Chance Chancellor. However, their pairing hasn't been popular with all viewers. In fact, Abby's love life has been missing a spark in recent years. Ordway has been married to Gaston since 2012, and the couple has 2 daughters together. Gaston is also an actor, having originating the role of Ben Weston on Days of Our Lives in 2014 before it was recast with Robert Scott Wilson. He's also played John Stamos in the unauthorized Full House story television movie and Mac on several episodes of The Haves and The Have-Nots. Given the couple obviously has chemistry off-screen, this would be a great opportunity to introduce Gaston as a new character and potential love interest for Abby. Perhaps he could be someone involved in her opening a competing hotel to the Grand Phoenix. Let us know in the comments if you think Gaston coming on board as a new man for Abby is something you would be excited about. Also browse our gallery of real-life young and restless partners below, and then sign up for Soaps.com's newsletter to have the latest news delivered to your email. Pretty soon, you might be wondering where Kyle Abbott disappeared to on The Young and the Restless. But don't worry, we know the reason behind it. So watch till the end to know all about it. Hey everyone, welcome to Trend Street. Kyle may have a problematic relationship with the ladies, whether it's his ex-wife, flings, or even his mom. But that's something the actor behind Kyle just can't relate to. Michael Myler has been one lucky man when it comes to his woman. After being in a long-term relationship with his then-girlfriend Sasha, the two tied the knot back on March 23, 2023, officially making her his Mrs. Myler. Since then, it's been like a fairy tale for the married couple. They've traveled all over the world. In fact, it would be really unfair if we didn't call them world travelers. Their first trip after getting married was their honeymoon destination, Italy. They went to Rome, Puglia, Florence, and even Tuscany. In Rome, they also stopped by the Colosseum. After that, they went to Japan around their first wedding anniversary, roaming around in Kyoto and obviously enjoying the authentic Tokyo ramen. The duo is back at it, crossing another dreamy spot off their ultimate travel bucket list. That's right, Michael and Sasha jetted off to England for a magical Christmas getaway, and it's giving all the festive feels. Michael took to Instagram, sharing all about their trip with a short caption, London. So let's take a look at what the couple was up to in the city on Christmas. Obviously, we had to see how London was dazzling the city over at Regent Street in the West End, bringing the magic of the spirit of Christmas to life. And there's no way you can miss Big Ben when you're in London, right? London is freezing right now, so the couple stopped by Mr. Fog City Tavern for some cocktails to warm themselves up. He even shared a picture of London's famous, the Gherkin skyscraper, and then had some more drinks and amazing food from London. Oh, and in this picture, you can definitely feel the Christmas vibe on the street. Moving on to a solo picture with a hot coffee while exploring Half Moon Street, and then some more drinks again. The couple even went to visit the dinosaur garden outside the Natural History Museum. Finally, wrapping up their London trip with more drinks and some silly faces. These two are hands down one of the cutest couples around, and we're already excited to see where they'll go next. Oh, and if you notice he's missing from a few upcoming episodes, just know he was busy soaking up every moment of his London getaway with his wife. Have you been to London? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you for checking this video out. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for new videos every day. Turn that bell notification on if you want to hear from us, and comment down below if you've subscribed. And we'll make sure to reply and thank as many of you as we possibly can. They say the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and it seems Billy Abbott might just live by those words. Could Tucker and Billy join hands to destroy Victor Newman for good? Wait, is Trevor Street John coming back to The Young and the Restless? Let's find out right away. Billy Abbott really shot himself in the foot when he fired Lily Winters from the company. Ever since that move, it's been downhill for the guy. Now, he's stuck in a mess he can't get out of alone. To make matters worse, his own mother sold him out to Victor Newman, leaving him desperate for a lifeline. Naturally, Billy turned to his family for support, starting with his brother Jack. But Jack being Jack, he didn't even give Billy's words a second thought before shutting him down. So basically, Billy's grand plan involves destabilizing Chancellor Industries, so he can swoop in and snag it for peanuts. It's a bold revenge plot, but there's one big problem. He doesn't have the money to pull it off. Now he's scrambling to find an investor willing to bankroll his risky scheme. That's why he asked Jack for the money, but Jack didn't even entertain Billy's pitch. Why? Because it would hurt Nikki, maybe, and Jack isn't about to cross that line. If you think about it, after what Victor did with Kyle, Jack should have been more than happy to join Billy's revenge plan. But apparently he'd rather see Billy let it go, and we all know that's not Billy's style. Now Billy's options are limited, to say the least. If he wants to pull off this grand plan, he'll need an investor with deep pockets, and preferably someone who hates Victor as much as he does. And that's where Tucker McCall comes in. The last time we saw Tucker, played by Trevor Street John, he was leaving GC after losing GDE to Victor's cunning scheme. So he's got plenty of reasons to hold a grudge against the Newmans. While Tucker's been keeping a low profile since his exit, it wouldn't be shocking to see him come back. After all, Tucker's departure wasn't a fan favorite, and a character like him deserves a big return, don't you think? Sure, Billy and Tucker have a rocky history, and trust isn't exactly the foundation of their potential partnership. But desperate times call for desperate measures. Billy's already distancing himself from his family, so why not form an alliance with someone who also has a score to settle with Victor? Of course, Tucker would have his own agenda, doesn't he? But Billy might be willing to risk it if it means getting back at Victor and reclaiming Chancellor. Tucker's return would be the perfect way to stir things up in Genoa City. Imagine the chaos these two could unleash together. What do you think? Should Tucker come back for a showdown with Victor? In fact, doesn't a Billy and Tucker team-up sound crazy good? Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you for checking this video out. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for new videos every day. Turn that bell notification on if you want to hear from us, and comment down below if you've subscribed. We'll make sure to reply and thank as many of you as we possibly can. The Young and the Restless fans were thrilled when Melissa Ordway's real-life husband, Justin Gaston, filled in as Chance Chancellor. However, their collaboration doesn't have to end there. Gaston could always return as another character. Melissa Ordway has plenty of ideas. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that Melissa would find it interesting for Justin to return as a new character. Gaston could play several people from Laurie Prentice's son Brooks to a recast Noah Newman to Victor Newman's nephew. Ordway says, originally, I wanted Justin to come on as a new love interest for Abby, but now she's with Devin, and I love that relationship so much. With that, Ordway would be the last person to be lobbying for a new love interest. So, Ordway continues, I might have to let him be for someone else. Y and R spoilers. There are always single ladies in Genoa City. Genoa City seems to have a revolving door when it comes to relationships. There shouldn't be any reason why Gaston could certainly have his choice in woman at this time. There are a few single women who are looking for Mr. Right. Chance has a couple of exes that Gaston could be with. Sharon Newman and Summer Newman may need a shoulder to cry on if things don't work out with Nick and Chance respectively. There is also Claire Newman if things with Kyle Abbott go south. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Genoa City could use a new cop. Let's be honest, it isn't like the GCT are the brightest cops in soaps. They are right up there with the PCPD when it comes to getting to the truth. It truthfully makes no sense why these cops, or even Victor Newman, aren't even considering that Jordan Howard is responsible for any of this. Perhaps Gaston could join the cast as a new top cop and figure out exactly what is going on with this Sharon gaslighting situation. Somebody needs to do that, and so far, it is not getting anywhere. Maria Copeland had to be the one to find out that Ian Ward is involved. How far of a jump is it to figuring out that Jordan is involved? The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates tease Summer Newman is about to face some significant truths in the weeks ahead. Despite her efforts to persuade herself that she can let go of Kyle Abbott, her strategy is unlikely to hold up for much longer. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Summer will want Kyle back. Summer and Chance Chancellor have recently aligned their feelings regarding their relationship, indicating they are prepared to rekindle their romance. However, as 2025 approaches, Summer's thoughts and affections will be directed towards Kyle. In a recent interview with Insider, Y&R head writer and executive producer Josh Griffith shared insights about the unfolding Romeo and Juliet narrative involving Kyle and Claire Newman. This tale will be fraught with challenges that could separate the star-crossed couple, including the presence of Summer. Additionally, Claire and Kyle will face the complications arising from their feuding families. Y&R spoilers. Victor Newman may have problems because Kyle is an Abbott. Victor Newman would prefer Claire to be with someone who doesn't carry the Abbott name, which he despises. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott is acutely aware of the turmoil Victor could unleash, leading him to grow increasingly anxious about the implications of Claire and Kyle's relationship. On a different note, Summer begins to recognize potential advantages arising from the tension surrounding Claire and Kyle. In true I'm Phyllis's daughter style, Summer will A. feel drawn back to Kyle and B. pick up on an opportunity. So if Victor and Jack weren't enough for Kyle and Claire to contend with, Summer's thought of, maybe I want Kyle back, is set to complicate things even further, Griffith explained. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Summer will channel more Phyllis. Griffith also mentioned Summer picking up her mother's characteristic traits, which means we'll likely witness her tapping into her cunning nature again. Phyllis Summers is widely recognized as one of the most relentless individuals in Genoa City. It's no surprise that Summer will embody that same fierce determination in her own narrative. Regardless of whether she manages to win Kyle back, our predictions suggest she'll create quite a stir in her quest to reunite. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless indicate that Summer will go all out to disrupt Kyle and Claire's prospects, even leveraging some unfortunate news to her advantage. Be sure to follow along for updates on her evolving plans. The Young and the Restless spoilers. The harrowing secret Sharon uncovers in captivity. Sharon's heart pounded in her chest as her eyes fluttered open, greeted by suffocating darkness. The air was damp, heavy, and rife with despair. Her wrists were raw from the tight restraints she'd been freed from moments earlier, and her surroundings were eerily silent, save for the faint dripping of water echoing from somewhere unseen. She was trapped, but where and why? Stumbling to her feet, Sharon extended her arms, feeling the cold, unforgiving walls of what seemed to be a small, enclosed room. Panic clawed at her throat as the reality of her predicament set in. She was in some sort of cell, abandoned, forgotten, and alone. At least, that's what she thought. Sharon froze, her breath hitching. The voice was faint, barely above a whisper, but distinctly human. She squinted into the void, her vision adjusting to the dimmest of light leaking through cracks in the ceiling. A figure sat huddled in the far corner, wrapped in shadow. For a moment, Sharon thought her mind was playing tricks on her. Perhaps it was a cruel hallucination born from fear and isolation. Who are you?" Sharon's voice trembled as she spoke. The figure stirred, and the voice grew stronger, tinged with both relief and desperation. "It's me, Heather," the voice answered, trembling with emotion. I can't believe someone else is here. I thought I was going to die alone." Sharon's blood ran cold. Heather. The name echoed in her mind like a haunting refrain. Heather, a woman she hadn't seen in years. A woman whose life had unraveled, in no small part, because of Sharon herself. But how could this be? Heather was supposed to be gone. "No," Sharon muttered, backing away instinctively. "No, you're not real. You can't be. You're dead." Heather's frail frame moved toward Sharon, her face finally catching the faint glow of light. Her cheeks were hollow, her eyes sunken, and her once vibrant skin was pale and sickly. She looked like a ghost, but she wasn't. "I'm alive," Heather croaked, tears streaming down her face. "I don't know how long I've been here, but I'm alive. Please, don't leave me. Not again." Sharon's legs gave way, and she collapsed to the cold floor, her body trembling. It was too much to process. Memories of the past flooded back like a torrent, overwhelming her senses. She saw Heather as she used to be, strong, fierce, and determined, but also vulnerable in ways Sharon had once exploited. Their shared history was messy, a tangled web of betrayal, misunderstanding, and loss. Sharon had always carried guilt for what happened to Heather, but she never imagined she'd confront it like this. "I'm sorry," Sharon whispered, her voice cracking. She buried her face in her hands, unable to look at the woman she'd wronged. "Heather, I'm so sorry for everything. If I'd known, if I'd done things differently, you wouldn't have been here. You wouldn't have suffered like this." Heather's expression softened, though her body remained tense. "Sharon," she said, her voice steadier now, "we can't change the past. I've had years to think about everything, to hate you, to hate myself, but right now, none of that matters. We're both here, and we need each other if we're going to survive this." Hunter King, known for her role on The Young and the Restless, has been at the center of several controversies and scandals throughout her career. One of the most significant was her allegations of sexual harassment on the set of the show, where she spoke out about inappropriate behavior from a co-star. This caused a stir in the entertainment industry, leading to changes in workplace protocols and raising awareness about the importance of a safe working environment. This was just one of many incidents that brought Hunter into the spotlight. Her time on Mariah and R was also marred by feuds with co-stars, with rumors circulating about tensions behind the scenes. These rumors suggested that her relationships with certain cast members were strained, which, coupled with her departure from the show, led to speculation about whether creative differences or personal conflicts played a role in her exit. Hunter's personal life also became a topic of public scrutiny, especially her relationship drama. The actress faced rumors of infidelity and tumultuous breakups, which fueled tabloid speculation. Alongside this, there was constant chatter about her appearance, with many speculating about whether she had undergone plastic surgery. These rumors seemed to overshadow her work, despite her efforts to shift focus onto her acting career. She eventually made a transition from daytime television to primetime roles, but this career shift wasn't without its own controversies. Some critics questioned whether she could successfully make the leap from soap operas to more mainstream roles, and whether this move was a response to the challenges she faced on Y and R. Hunter's social media presence also played a role in shaping her public image. She faced backlash for posts that many deemed insensitive, adding fuel to the fire of her already controversial career. Additionally, there were whispers about a sibling rivalry between her and her sister, actress Joey King. While both sisters pursued acting careers, some believed there was professional jealousy between them, particularly as Joey's career began to take off. This added another layer of drama to Hunter's life, which was already complicated by her rumored pay dispute with CBS. Reports suggested that Hunter was unhappy with her salary during her time on Y and R, which led to her eventual exit from the show. Finally, there were consistent rumors about Hunter being difficult to work with on set. Industry insiders claimed that she was challenging to collaborate with, leading to a mixed reputation in Hollywood. All of these factors combined to create a complex and often controversial image for Hunter King, whose career has been marked by both professional success and personal struggles. The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates reveal Ian Ward might believe he's invincible, but he's about to face a harsh reality with the drama unfolding at the ranch. It seems that Ian is on the verge of a serious injury as his plans unravel. So let's dive into the turmoil that's on the horizon. The young and the restless spoilers. Christian Leblanc inadvertently leaked some clues. Christian Leblanc, known for his role as Michael Baldwin, recently took to Instagram to express his gratitude for the year 2024, sharing a collection of photos from the past year. He apparently inadvertently leaked some clues, since among these images is a particularly intriguing shot from the set that hints at some major plot developments ahead. The leaked photo features Ray Wise surrounded by several cast members in a show set, but it's his outfit that truly stands out. Wise's sweater seems to sport a fake blood stain on the front, suggesting that Ian might be facing a dramatic shooting incident during an upcoming ranch confrontation. One can only imagine someone facing down Ian in a struggle, or perhaps in a rage, and shooting him in the stomach close range. By and are spoilers, no details on who shoots Ian or if he survives. At this point, we don't have any information on who might be the shooter, but we'll keep you posted as soon as we learn more. Regardless of who ends up behind Ian's shocking fate, it's sure to inject some thrilling excitement into the show. With everyone gathered around Wise, it seems they might be sharing their goodbyes or taking a final photo together. Is it possible that Ian will meet his end when someone pulls the trigger? Rachel Bell is set to appear as an EMT in upcoming scenes, so she could play a vital role in trying to rescue Ian from a dire situation. The young and the restless spoilers. There are no guarantees. While there are no certainties, particularly with a villain as deserving of a grand farewell as Ian, fans should brace themselves for the twists ahead. Ian is set to find himself in peril amidst the chaos unfolding at the ranch, making it essential for fans to keep watching. Our forecasts suggest that Ian is headed for significant trouble, leading to a considerable medical crisis that he won't see coming. And while we see several cast members around Wise in the shot, notably missing is his partner in crime Colleen Zink Jordan. Might that be a clue as well to either his killer or her being killed also? The young and the restless spoilers document that Sharon Newman has just been abducted. Phyllis Summers is on the verge of being drawn into Jordan Howard's and Ian Ward's latest crimes. Phyllis has no idea how wrong she was about Sharon. Stafford's character refuses to believe that her longtime rival is innocent. She thinks Sharon's reversal is merely a play to avoid justice, but Phyllis is dead wrong. Ian recently told Jordan that Phyllis can be exploited, and that's precisely what chloroforming Sharon is about. All of Genoa City, Wisconsin, knows that Phyllis wants Sharon to pay for killing Heather Stevens and attempting to frame Daniel, and that intensity will be used against her. The young and the restless spoilers, what Phyllis Summers really believes. Phyllis thinks Sharon is seen as the goody-goody in GC when she's not that. In contrast, Phyllis' bad reputation results from many local phonies using double standards. Sharon admitted to killing Heather and is now recanting. She admitted to framing Daniel and still says that's true. Phyllis also believes that Sharon tried to run her off the road. However, viewers know Jordan used Sharon's phone to text Phyllis as part of the plot to lure her to the cottage. Jordan ran Phyllis off the road, not Sharon. By and are spoilers, Sharon Newman doesn't care. Sharon cares about clearing her name because she realizes she's the victim of some unknown villain. There are two villains, but Sharon doesn't know that yet. But Sharon doesn't care what Phyllis is spewing because it's based on their rough history. Devoted viewers know that the Sharon-Phyllis battle's origin story began after Cassie Newman died. Jordan carried out Ian's orders and rendered Sharon unconscious outside society just before the screams of Happy New Year were heard. All who know and love Case's character are concerned but realize Sharon will survive and fight this danger. How long that takes and what unfolds represents why fans watch. The young and the restless spoilers. Who picks Nick Newman? Nick doesn't seem inclined to prefer a romantic reunion with Sharon or Phyllis. Stafford's character is single and appears potentially interested in Billy Abbott, though it's too soon to predict if that will happen in 2025. Sharon has come to appreciate all Nick represents through the harshness of the now-past calendar year. Her tone of voice, dilated pupils, and general demeanor signal Sharon is open to another chic reunion. The drama about to be unleashed will involve many characters. 3 will be Sharon, Phyllis, and Nick. Each is embodied by a regular contract that, thankfully, doesn't appear to be going anywhere anytime soon. Nick could quickly become Sharon's pick after the climax of this storyline. One resolution is Chic's revival, which has long been hoped for by fans of that couple and both iconic actors. Stafford surely deserves her due as an equal mention in this terrific trio. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Maria Copeland just faced the ultimate New Year's Eve shocker outside society. In the December 30 episode, Maria found a distressed Tessa Porter being tended to by none other than Ian Ward. Now that the former cult leader and kidnapper is in Mariah's path again, she's going to be on quite the emotional roller coaster. Maria thought Ian was in prison, so seeing him will reopen some old wounds. Of course, Maria will initially be more concerned about Tessa's health once I and R's January 2 episode gets underway. Karen Grimes spoke to Sode about Mariah's upcoming scenes and how she'll handle the confusion of it all. Despite Maria's protective instincts kicking in, she won't immediately figure out that Ian is to blame for Tessa's medical crisis. I and R fans know Ian messed with Tessa's water, but Maria will struggle to even process what's happening, especially after getting thrown off by the sight of Ian. Tessa's well-being will be her wife's priority, but Maria will have a chance to grill Ian once she knows Tessa's going to be Oak. That's when Maria will start connecting some dangerous dots and developing more fears. Once it is clear that Tessa is recovering or doing fine, and that she's stable, then it immediately goes back to the concern about Ian. She's going to have suspicions, and she's going to have a lot of questions, Karen Grimes said. Maria will naturally be angry about Ian's freedom and will wonder how it's even possible. Ian will no doubt claim he's transformed his life, but Maria won't believe that for a second. Underneath the rage, there'll be some terror bubbling up too. Maria has seen firsthand the kind of horrible things that Ian is capable of, so she'll put her guard up as she tries to assess the situation. Now that Ian is back in the picture, it'll trigger some past trauma that Maria thought she'd buried. It could also affect Mariah's relationship with Tessa as the fallout continues. And it will maybe lead to Tessa seeing a side of Mariah that she hasn't seen before. The effect it's going to have on Mariah is something that Tessa might not expect, Grimes hinted. Ian and Jordan will also cause a lot more chaos for Sharon Newman, so our predictions hint that'll add to the drama headed Mariah's way. The Young and the Restless spoilers say some other shockers are brewing thanks to Jordan and Ian's scheme, so stay tuned for updates on all the wild news to come.